Sorry about him, Luke. I wish you'd agreed to host the event instead.
It's okay.
So, I don't want to introduce too much. I'm not big on introductions.
You never have been, actually, have you?
I'm not huge.
The first time that I met you, you refused to introduce yourself to me.
Yes, that's true.
Stating, as I recall, that you were not big on introductions.
But that's because I'd read an Amazon review of one of your books, posted by a man who compared you to a comedian, I think, rather than a poet. And I found out later that really hurt your feelings.
Indeed. It still does.
People didn't, I think you had the impression that people didn't take you seriously. But I did, and that's why I didn't introduce myself to you.
It would have somehow, it would have just watered down the whole experience, I think, if you'd actually made a formal introduction.
But people said that you're so nice, and I kind of refused to believe that. I kind of took it, I treated you, with a blank slate, like so nice. It's a way of not taking you seriously.
It's like, yeah, that's true. In a way, niceness is a kind of blank. Ooh, sorry.
Yeah, I don't think people say that about me. I think they think that I'm deliberately difficult as a way to be cool.
Ornery. I would say. I just focus on ornery.
Quietly menacing, I think, is what people have said.
Yeah.
And they're right to think that.
We wrote these in Tbilisi, in Georgia.
We did. I remember getting there and seeing how much you smoked.
Yeah. There were Sobranis were £1 for a packet of Sobranis. You have to go to Selfridges in this country to buy Sobranis, and they're like 14 quid a pack. I don't really smoke anymore.
I remember you asking the Georgian waiter, what are the strongest cigarettes? Could I have them?
Yeah, and they were a sort of pure white Sobrani, the filter was white.
How do you say it? Sobrani?
Yeah.
I bet that's actually not how they pronounce it, but it does sound good.
Yeah, it sounds okay.
I remember you...
No,
I'm sorry, please, I interrupted you. We wrote these in Georgia. We were doing a project there. Ellie was there as well. Ellie Williams. Harry wasn't there. I was in control of that project. I invited Ellie and Luke.
And it was a unique city, Tbilisi. I describe it as unique.
Yes. And our collaboration was partly about, it was one of these enemies collaborations that I did, and it was partly about animals escaping from the Tbilisi Zoo, which is something that happened. A hippo, especially, got out of the Georgian Zoo. Do you remember any of the details?
Onto the funicular.
Yes,
as I recall.
It did. Harry, would you? So there's a 5-minute limit to collaborations. 5 minutes. Okay, you wrote that?
We've been going about a minute.
A minute. Do you want another minute?
Just one more.
One more minute.
Yeah.
Because
People quite clearly.
I'd say people are quite bored.
They're not used to
About what you use specifically.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
This this is better, isn't it?
Yeah, we'll just do a
If
minute.
I angle it down, it's more drama. Okay.
That's good.
Thanks.
All right, we better get on with it then, if we've only got a minute to talk about. There is one question, maybe a minute and a half, but one question I wanted to ask you before we read our poem. How do you, I know this is a bit heavy segue, but how do you feel about reading in a church? Because I know you believe in God.
I do. It's kind of, I don't know, it feels kind of, it's sort of like breakup sex.
How so? How so?
It's inevitable as it is regrettable, I suppose.
Right. Yeah, I think normally when I break up with people, I stop finding them physically attractive for some reason.
Can you do that?
I probably shouldn't focus on that part of what you said.
No,
but, I noticed when you came in earlier, you crossed yourself as you came in.
I did sort of thought about it. Yeah.
I thought it was quite beautiful, but not in a patronising way.
No, it's sweet.
I just realised saying that out loud is really patronising.
No, I didn't take it as patronising at all.
But does it feel strange to read in a church? I imagine most people here don't believe in God. That's a hell of an assumption, but I'm going to sit behind it. Does it feel different reading like a stupid poem about a hippo escaping from a Georgian zoo in a place of worship when you believe in God?
No, because it feels just all of the same continuum.
I want to believe in God. Can you help me?
I know you do. No, I can.
How?
just through gentle persuasion.
Yeah. I don't feel like there's... Sorry. Reading next will be Joe Dunthorne and SJ Fowler.